This is Heather Radig, my informative speech on dreams for oral interpersonal communication. This is my visual aid. It's kind of like represents the dream world to me. The money, the moon, the alarm clock, getting some Z's, the crystal ball, relates to past, present, and future. This is who I will be presenting my speech to today, my audience.
Hello.
Now we can get started. Alright, so we'll start out with how and why we dream. 1 minute you are in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, and the next your alarm is going off. You guessed it, that was just a dream. Dreams can only happen when you're fully asleep. Dreams are most often called unconscious hallucinations. So in order to figure out why we dream, we must know first off how we sleep. There are 4 stages of sleeping that I will briefly describe to you. Stage 1, this is the lightest form of sleep, where anything can wake you up, any loud noise, you're going to be easily awakened because you're just resting at this point. You're preparing to go to sleep, but it's not taking effect right away. Stage 2, during this stage, interruptions and noises are less likely to wake you. Your heart rate and body temperature are decreasing. It's going down, it's preparing all your systems to move at a slower rate. Your eye movements, our brain waves are pulsing at this point. Stage 3, by this stage, you're fully asleep. Your body is off. This stage of sleep pretty much is the reason why sleep is vital to humans. It gives your cells a chance to restore for a new day. Stage 4 is rapid eye movement sleep, REM sleep. This is where all your dreams take place. If you're awakened in this stage of sleep, when it's this deep, you'll be groggy. You won't know what's going on at all. You may have wondered how it's physically possible that human beings can dream if our body systems are working at the minimum. Well, you'll be surprised to learn that your brain is completely awake. Even if you're sleeping, your brain is just still working at full force. You'll also be surprised to know that part of the brain that is responsible for dreaming is located in our midbrain, and it has nothing to do with decision making or logical thoughts. And this may be why we allow ourselves to accept such nonsense and out of the ordinary while we dream. Now that we have figured out how our body allows us to dream, let's discuss what the dreams actually mean. So what do they mean? Sometimes we wake up and we might remember our dreams and nightmares. Then we are left wondering why we dreamt of that to begin with. We're curious, what could I have possibly done to think of that? I am here to explain that there is a way to decode your dreams though. But it's up to you if you actually want to believe it. If you actually think that we can find a meaning to our dreams, that part is up to you. There are a couple things you can do to figure out what your dreams mean to you that I will be happy to share with you now. The first one is a dream dictionary. It contains symbols and images. Anything that you see in your dreams, any word like money, the future, bees, a sword, any of that. If you see it, then you can pretty much find the exact meaning in that dream dictionary. They all have different meanings and different symbology to it to kind of tell you why it's in there. So that's pretty interesting. And then also you can actually interpret and analyze your dreams. So here's just a few steps to kind of get you started on your own if you want to do that. Step 1. Remember your dreams. Keep a dream journal closest to where you sleep and record anything you can when you wake up. Step 2. Feelings. Identify what feelings were occurring before the dream, during the dream, and after. Step 3. Consider everything. Look at your dreams from your perspective as you would in real life. So if that happened to you in your everyday life, how would you feel about it? What would you think at the time? Why it's happening to you then in real life? And then you can further your analysis after you've considered every element of this. It's easier that way. We all dream whether we know it or not. Dreaming is relatable and relevant, especially to someone like me, because the degree I am pursuing in the world of drug counseling has a lot to do with psychology. Psychologists have always had many theories about dreams, mainly because it's an involuntary action. However, certain things can influence your dreams, such as what type of food you eat, what kind of health problems you have. Did you know people who are pregnant or quitting cigarettes both have reported that they have very vivid dreams? My personal favorite psychologist, Carl Jung, has a theory about dreams. It states that dreams reveal more than they conceal. In other words, dreams are integrating subconscious and unconscious and conscious minds all together. Other researchers believe that there is no real meaning to having dreams other than for the simple fact of what we do in our lives. To make them so like underlying fears, what makes us happy, what we think about on a daily basis, and what our memories are. So we'll be dreaming about just what has happened to us in our regular life. We have discovered how to interpret our dreams. Terrible or amazing, whatever the outcome, I would like to share just a bit more information with you about dreams. Facts about dreaming. Dreams have always been interesting to me, and I have always wanted to know as much as possible about them. I think to try to understand them better, I will share with you what I have learned about dreams below. Within the first 10 minutes of waking up, 90% of your dream is gone. So if you had a dream and you think you remember all of it, half of it's already gone within the first 10 minutes. 4.4% people dream exclusively in black and white. People who are blind can still dream. People who are not born blind can see images in their dreams, as where people who were born blind cannot. People who were not born blind can see images, but people who were born blind can still dream of people talking, tasting food, or listening to music. The most common feeling that takes place in dreams is anxiety. You can have more dreams than one per night, ranging from 4 to around 7 dreams per night. Your brain is responsible for shutting down your body movement during sleep, during the 4th stage. This is called body paralysis. However, this also can very likely result in sleep paralysis, when you cannot move, but you are dreaming that something awful and horrible is in the room with you, and you can't do anything about it. It basically feels like you're awake, but you can't do anything. You have just been fully informed about dreams or nightmares, whichever you've been having. In conclusion, to wrap things up, I wanted to briefly go over some highlights of dreaming. I started by sharing with you the world of sleeping and what your brain does while you're in that state. And also, I shared some things about dream interpretation. I talked to you all about digging deeper to find the true meaning of your good and bad dreams. And lastly, I let you in on some facts about dreaming. Bet you didn't know what feeling people have been experiencing all around the world in their dreams until I was able to tell you. I want to thank you all for being such a good audience and allowing me to inform you about dreaming. And before I go, I thought I'd let you know one more interesting thing for you to think of, to leave you with. That only 5% of people report having precognitive dreams. That's seeing the future dreams. Do you think that's where deja vu stems from? Okay, I'll go over some references here because we got to do it verbally. So my first reference about the dream theories of Carl Jung, that was the dream theories of Carl Jung. And then the dreaming facts I obtained from Why Do We Dream? 13 interesting facts about dreaming. Also, my third one was from author M. Thompson, HowSleepWorks.com, and Why Do We Dream? The Role of Dreams and Nightmares. I also used. Thank you.